Now, let's turn to our good friend Ed Berliner for one of the more unusual stories this week.
JD, greetings from Outland, that magical, mystical place where the special people dwell and where their dietary needs sometimes become the core of concern. This week, donuts.
Why don't you go ahead and take a bite and savor that thing?
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how delicious?
6.
Just a 6?
Just a 6.
Well, right now there's a dozen donuts right in front of your face. How hard is it for you to actually talk to me and not just consume all these things?
Well, they're very tempting right now, but as you can see, I take pretty good care of myself and wouldn't think about eating any of these donuts at any time during this interview.
It is time for members of law enforcement everywhere to stop trying to deny what the world knows all too well. Cops love donuts. It is a staple of those late nights on stakeout, those bleary early mornings where sunlight is the enemy, home of coffee that scalds the roof of your mouth even before ingested, and where the tantalizing aroma of even one doughy denizen is enough to put even the best member of those in charge of serving and protecting to perhaps protect at a level just a bit above what would be expected. And why does it always begin with a simple traffic stop?
Would you mind if we searched your car? I said, well, if I let you search my car, will you not give me a ticket? And the guy said, yeah, she won't give you a ticket. So I didn't have anything to hide. So talking to my friend, they're searching the car. And it's like taking about, they're there now like about 10, 15 minutes. And I'm thinking, what's going on? So they came back and they said, do you have anything you want to tell us about what we found in your car?
There are perhaps those of you in the audience who have heard those words before. The mind reels. Open container of alcohol, that week-old convenience store sub that has slipped under the seat and is growing a bacterial colony of its own to the point of creating a new zip code?
And I said, no, because you couldn't possibly have found anything. There's nothing to find. And they said, oh, yeah, we found something. And I said, well, no, that's not possible. And they said, yeah, we found what we thought was crack cocaine in the beginning, but now we think it's methamphetamines. And I said, that's not possible. And they said, well, yeah, we tested it, and it's methamphetamines.
Let's talk for a moment, shall we? Did that look like the type of person who would be doing meth? Especially when you consider there are people walking amongst us every day who do look as if they are under the influence of something suspicious. Or could they just be hungry?
And then they showed me the 4 little flakes of icing. Every other Wednesday, I stop at Krispy Kreme and get a donut there. And they found 4 little flakes of the icing from 9 days prior when I got my donut. I said, that's the icing from a Krispy Kreme glazed donut. They went, no, it's methamphetamines. And I said, I was waiting to see the cameras for a candy camera or something. I didn't know what was going on. And they said, now we'll work with you if you'll work with us. And I said, well, I can't work with you even if I wanted to because I don't know anything about anything.
Arrested, thrown into jail for 10 hours, all due to the crumbs from Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh, and let's not forget the drug test kit that was used and is notorious for false positive results.
You know, I got this on my record, that I was arrested for methamphetamines and a firearm. I've never even smoked pot in my life or done any drugs. So it just really makes me angry that I talked to some attorneys and they said you would be surprised how many times this happens to people that don't have drugs. So I'm just astounded.
There are 3 things we need to take from this episode of Outland. 1, the need for specialized training in being able to tell the difference between Krispy Kreme flakes and meth. 2, our overloaded court system has to get its collective head out of the procedural sand and act a whole lot faster in saying we made a mistake and not ruining someone's life because of it. And 3, we need to stop this ridiculous thinking process that people in certain professions are always connected with certain types of food and the preposterous idea that they will take free food wherever and whenever they can simply because it's available. This is nonsense. Steve, we got any more bagels somebody else bought and brought in this morning? That's exactly what I thought. Thank you, sir. Keeping America safe in Outland. I'm Ed Berliner. JD, it's all yours.